Hello fellow gamers, welcome back to LEGO Races for the N64, one of my favorite N64 games. Just wanted to start off by showing you, here is the new car I just built. I used the new chassis to build it. It's got some rifles on it, looks pretty cool. Used a lot of the pirate pieces. I'm going to try basically to mix together all the pieces we get. So as we get farther I'll use new chassis, but I'm going to try to keep like a pirate piece in the next car we build, etc. Anyway, so as you can also notice, I put a pirate's hat on my racer because, you know, he needs a pirate hat. Anyway, here we go into the circuit race. We're going to be facing racer number 2, hosting champion King Kahuka. Let's go. Me, King Kahuka, beat you like tribal drum. And do victory dance. I didn't say the last part because the game said it for me. Anyway, here we go. Forget the name of this track already because I didn't get to read it in time. But let's just say that King Kahuka is probably the easiest of all the champions in the game. Mainly because, I'm going to give you some warning right now. As I mentioned in the first episode, everyone has their sort of go-to weapon, or like their favorite weapon of choice, I guess. Let's just say his isn't offensive in any way. Yeah, he actually prefers to use shield. And basically, when you race him, he will actually just go almost straight for shield every time. I am dead freaking serious. He will always go for shield. He won't spring for anything else. He is all shield. And it's sort of like, really? Do you actually think you're going to win with just shield? But I don't know. If I get close to him, you'll notice he uses shield a lot. I have not played this game in a while because this game is feeling really slippery to me. Let's just do this more. Oops, I forgot the R button does that. Right. Okay, so you won't see me doing too much boosting in this level though, because this level is actually pretty empty when it comes to having green blocks. I believe there's only like 2 or 3 green blocks on this whole track. And there's the other one. I showed you the first one already. As hidden as it was. I'm gonna grab a shield. I'll show you guys this way, I guess. As I've said, this first races are pretty easy. Oh, look at it. It's Lego crocodiles. I think I used to have one of those too. Anyway. I don't think I mentioned it, but basically, red and level 3 and 4, or yeah, 3 and 4, because 0 counts as 1, I guess. Shields like this actually do have a little bit of a star quality that Mario would have. If you touch people with it, they'll spin out. So it can be used offensively, but I wouldn't aim to do it all the time. Anyway, so we got in first place as always, in front of King Kahuka. Okay, our guy sounds like Royal Knights Raceway. I hate this track. And I'll show you why. 1, I always forget which way to turn at the very beginning there. And 2, if you hit those poles right there, those pillars, you will actually like flip out and it's not nice. It is very mean because you'll actually get stuck there for a good little while. Take that. See, there's King Kahuka using a shield. That's all he does, is he only shields. And I believe he's the only guy in the game who uses shields like this exclusively. I think, like, see, there you go, he just shielded me. That's why he uses shields. Once he's in first, it's hard to knock him out of first. But if you're like me and use boost more than anything, or use green more than anything, you're pretty set, so. Like, I don't care too much of being in last right now. Well, I'm not in last, but I'm close to last. I do like the music here, though. Music here is pretty decent, though. One thing you may be noticing, and I'm sure you've noticed it, is that, don't hit me with that magic wand, I swear to God. This video is coming out on a Wednesday. I've fixed my upload schedule because I've noticed that with the way this is looking, LEGO Racers won't be done in time. You took my boost! He never uses anything other than shields. What is this? Anyway. But, basically, I've noticed that LEGO Racers won't end at the same time as, Super Mario 64. So I'm probably gonna try to upload this a little bit more. It's gonna become twice a week, which will end it a little bit closer to Super Mario 64, which I roughly calculated when that's gonna end. So I'm not gonna go in front of you just yet. I'm just gonna aim for second place in this race. Okay, good. I took that out of him. That's pretty decent, actually. Oh, I was hoping I would come in second, like right in the last stretch. That was pretty intense, though. So yeah, I'm right behind him. Like, what is this? Anyway. It's okay, though, because if I come in first in the rest of the races, I should be fine. But I have to come in first in the rest of the races. As I said, though, even if I don't come in first in all the races, or overall, I will upload, or I will get first and use all the things, just to show you what happens. Well, I won't show you what happens, because as you know, I didn't want to make a new save file, because frankly, my N64 is running out of space in terms of, like, save files and stuff. Which, oddly enough, I started playing a new not N64 game, played a new GameCube game, and same thing happened. Running out of space on my GameCube memory card. And I bought, like, a third-party one that has, like, way too much space. Like, it was, like, a third-party one that had, like, more than even the black memory card that GameCube had. It had, like, 1,000 blocks or something. It wasn't bad, but it had a lot. And I filled it up, and I'm like, oh, Jesus, I'm running out of space on my GameCube memory card. I love GameCube games too much, I guess. Anyway. I like the music here, though. This game is, like, this game actually has really good music. Like, if I ever do my VGM for the win thing again, which if any of you remember that, applause to you for remembering, like, my oldest series that I've ever done. Or that's sort of still going. But, I might put in some of the Lego Racers music, because it really is some good tracks. It's, like, whimsical and, you know, it's got that whimsical sound to it. It's got a good, it's got an epic sound, but it still sort of fits cartoony, you know? Anyway, I can't really explain it while I'm racing, even though I'm, like, clearly in the lead if you look in the map there. I'm just missing everything, aren't I? This shortcut is, like, so obvious, and I don't know why they made it so obvious. I think even the computer takes it partially. Anyway, and we come through here, and whoom! Yeah. Like, look at us. Like, King Kahuka, who's the red dot on the map, he still has to go around the loop. He hasn't even finished yet. And I like how it just says, like, oh yeah, he finished like this. No, he didn't even finish. But anyway, oh, he got third that race. Amazing Adventure Alley. Now, I'll tell you something. A little joke that I have in all my LPs is always check what's behind the waterfall. And guess where it started? Here. This is one of the first games where I remember a long time ago, I actually took the time to try finding all the, I actually took the time to try to find all, like, any possible, like, shortcuts I could find, and I tried finding them. Like, I didn't look them up online. I tried to find them. And that one was the first time I thought, you know, there's probably something behind the waterfall. And what do you know? There was. This is sort of where this is actually sort of where that joke stems from. If you remember, like, I think in Paper Mario I may have said something. I know in Thousand Year Door I did. About there's always something behind the waterfall. And I'm telling you, there is always something behind the waterfall. If there isn't something behind the waterfall, something is seriously wrong with your game. And now that I say that, someone's going to say, well, in this game there's a waterfall with nothing behind it. Or there's not a single waterfall with anything behind it or something. I'm like, I don't know, but just trust me. There's usually always something behind the waterfall. I don't totally like this track. It's a little bit meh. For me, I generally forget about it. Although, it's a decent track, I guess. There's nothing overly wrong with it. I just always remember it because there was this waterfall, which, I mean, when you look at that waterfall, this waterfall is pretty poorly, like, animated. I think just my least favorite part of it is this area. I don't know why, I just never liked this area on the track. And this part, too, I just don't like driving through there. Especially when you warp there, it doesn't work a lot of the time. Okay, and we're going to win this race by going through a warp, aren't we? Oh, no, I missed a white. I don't think there's any more white blocks. Or there's one right here, yeah. And warp. Oh, wow. I was like the exact distance away from the end of the warp. And King Kahuka still has to come all the way down there. He was only I almost lapped... No, I didn't almost lap them, but, you know, I did pretty good. Anyway, with 100 points, with only 1 third place, not all first places. Oh, no! We get first place, and there's us jumping, and yeah. I'm not going to cut to the other ones again, just because I don't totally feel like it. Like, basically, it's the same thing, just King Kahuka's car in place of Captain Redbeard's car. And it's King Kahuka instead of Captain Redbeard. But yeah, so, next time on LEGO Racers, we are going to be taking on Basil the Bat Lord. Now, one thing I want to bring up right now, and I'll probably talk about it again, is I actually had a professor in college with the name Basil, or however you want to pronounce it. He even said he didn't know how to pronounce it. But yes, he is the Bat Lord. I guess you can call him Batman. But we will be facing him next time on LEGO Racers. I'll see you guys all next time.